It's Jayo Stole Sports, and sadly, this is the last episode for the 2025 NFL season. Me and Jay Lynch, we've been giving y'all some content. Hope y'all been enjoying it. It's been a blast. NFL goes by very quick, but it's been a great one. Jay Lynch, what is happening?
Yeah, man, like you said, it's been a great season. Can't complain, for sure. I was on the wrong side of some predictions throughout the year, on the right side of some th other things, but overall, I was happy, right? We just saw the NFL honors and the Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
So, you know me, I'm excited. Now, my boy, first ballot Hall of Famer, and Drew Brees. That's my GOAT, right?
yeah,
That's the reason why I got into the game. So,
okay.
excited to see that, of course. But I'm ecstatic for this Super Bowl matchup. Should be a good one. So, yeah.
Yeah, speaking about those Hall of Famers, those new Hall of Famers, you're obviously Saints man and Drew Brees got in. Any favorite moment by Drew
Mm,
Brees? We all know him as being Mr. Accurate, undersized,
yeah.
and he found a way to get the job done. Super Bowl champion, one of probably the best quarterback in a huddle. You want to hear his energy, you want to feel his energy. So you have a moment of Drew Brees, like a favorite one?
Man, it's
I know
countless,
there's a
really and
hundred.
truly. There's countless moments, really and
Yeah,
truly. Like I was one of those guys. When I would watch the game, I would try to act like I'm Drew Brees,
yeah,
trying to command the offense and everything. I'd be standing up watching the games like I'm the quarterback. But a favorite moment, I would have to say, man, '09, that Super Bowl, like I can't say enough about that moment and that
yeah,
run to the Super Bowl. After some that Katrina and everything in the city for him to win one for the city of New Orleans. I would have to put that at the mantle. Again, he threw a lot of touchdown passes, a lot of moments on offense. But again, that Super Bowl and bringing one to New Orleans would have to be my favorite moment of Drew Brees' career for sure. Him and
yeah,
Sean Payton.
for sure. Absolute legend. And we saw a guy like Larry Fitzgerald also get in. When you think of him, it's like he just catches anything, everything,
Yeah,
and very, very humble guy, just like Drew Brees. So,
yeah,
congrats to those two guys. I think they stand out amongst the rest for
yeah.
for guys that got in. Luke Kuechly, he was a great player too. So
100%.
yeah.
Actually, you know me. You know I always like to shit on the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
But one moment in Drew Brees' career that's fresh in my mind
Mm,
is when he scored a rushing touchdown. It was later in his career too, probably his second last season.
mm.
He scrolled out to the left, hit the spin, broke a tackle, and
Ooh,
dove into the end zone
yeah.
against the Atlanta Falcons. That was definitely a highlight to see a guy that usually gets his scoring points in the air get one on the ground. So that one moment against the Atlanta Falcons definitely is one that is cemented in my memory.
Yeah. And the MVP, it was a close race between Matthew Stafford and Drake May. One vote separated them. It was
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
super close. Both guys had great seasons, but eventually they went with the future Hall of Famer, the veteran. I
Yeah.
I
What are
don't
your
mind
thoughts on
that.
that?
I
What are your
don't
thoughts
mind
on
I
that?
I don't mind that because I don't want to get a quarterback's head too big before his
Mm,
biggest game in his career. So I'm
fair.
totally fine with that. And I actually thought it worked perfectly because once Matt Stafford, I don't know if you watched the award show, once Matt Stafford received his award, he hinted at playing another season. So I thought it kind of just went perfectly. And yeah, I will say he does play in the best division in football. So I will give him that. I do think he threw a lot of interceptions late in
Mm,
the season, a lot
yeah.
of pick sixes late in the season. I think Drake May ended the season better, but he had the most passing touchdowns and he's a legend in the game. So I can't get too mad. But obviously I would have been happy if Drake May won it, but I'm fine that he's playing in the Super Bowl. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, I think they had a script with that one. We all didn't know whether Stafford was going to continue or this would be his last season. And look at Drake May, second year in the NFL. Again, he'll have his time. He's in the Super Bowl right now. He has a chance to win Super Bowl MVP. And again, he has his whole career to win the MVP. So again, it's just like, why force it with Drake May when Stafford that never won his MVP? Give him one, to top off his illustrious career. So it makes sense, really and truly. And I think Stafford had a hell of a season, really and truly.
Hmm.
Like Drake May had a great season, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but it was more so a system quarterback, I would say. He was more of a game manager. Again, his completions were high. He had the highest completions. He played great ball.
Don't
Don't get me
forget
wrong.
about that.
Don't get about that, but at the end of the day, I think Stafford just had that show that standout MVP season. Being at the division, I just think that Stafford definitely. And again, he has Puka, he has all these weapons,
Yeah.
nonetheless. But I think Stafford definitely delivered. And again, yeah, I think he was deserving of the MVP.
Yeah, and he was very close to making the Super Bowl also. Imagine that. We could have had both
Exactly right.
we could have both MVP candidates facing each other. But we have to talk about offensive player of the year.
Hmm.
It was a two-horse race in this one to me also.
Yeah, 100%.
And they played against each other and they went with the winner of that game. It was Rams against Seahawks,
Yeah.
two best receivers right now in the league. They went with JSN
Hmm.
and Puka was right beneath him in that
Hmm.
race.
Yeah.
You could go with either one, but once I saw that one-handed catch on the sideline from JSN,
I don't
I was
know.
like, yeah, he might get this award, and
I
he
don't
did
know though. I
deserve
don't
it.
know. He has to see Gonzo tomorrow, so we gonna see. He got
Yeah.
to see Gonzo.
Yeah, that's gonna be the marquee matchup for everybody to look out for.
Yeah,
Christian Gonzalez, cornerback, JSN, the wide receiver for the Seahawks is gonna be must-see TV. But
100%.
at the end of the day, all pro versus all pro,
Yeah,
this is what we need to see. It's
yeah.
amazing for every football fan. And yeah, man, I got Christian Gonzalez containing JSN.
Hey,
We
we'll
all
get we'll
know
get we'll get to that
yeah.
later. We'll
All
get to that
right.
later, man.
All
But
right. All right.
NFL awards.
All right.
Again, yeah. JSN. I think he deserving
Yeah.
deserving of that
Yeah, yeah,
award
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Just he couldn't stop him all season. No one could stop him, right? So it's crazy. What a leap! What a leap for in
Wow.
his second year,
Yep.
right? Amazing. We'll see what a player like Emeka Mbuka can do.
Yeah.
I mean, really and truly going into his second year. But uh, Puka, man, I'm biased. He was on
Mm.
my fantasy team.
Okay.
I know he had some injuries as
Mm.
well, but JSN just had a flawless wide receiver season, so he was deserving of that award for sure.
Led the league in receiving yards. And again, we mentioned it over and over again. He was the main person you had to look out for, and he was still getting the job done. So it's never easy to do that. We saw Megatron do it for all those years,
Hmm.
and those are just special players. The entire game plan is to stop you, and you still get the job done. Kudos to guys like that, man.
100%.
Defensive player of the year, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Just broke the single sack season record.
crazy.
Miles Garrett, I think this guy, he's generational, right? We all
Yeah.
talk about that word, generational talent. That's what Miles Garrett is. And I, it's tough that he has to be playing for the Browns.
You think he should have went elsewhere? I mean, Aaron Donald, Aaron Donald, look at Aaron Donald. He's headed down St. Louis to the LA Rams. Like,
Yeah.
they weren't the greatest team. And he ended up with his ring, right? I don't know
Hmm.
if that's going to happen with this Cleveland team. Again, St. Louis, LA, different markets. You know what I mean? Cleveland is one of those smaller markets.
Hmm.
Like, it's tough, right? It's tough to win in Cleveland. But who knows? They get the right draft pick, it might turn it out around their
Uh,
season. One big trade. Who knows? Shadur might, turn it around. Who knows? Right? But I think again, he's a legend for the
yeah.
organization, generational talent,
Hmm.
sack leader.
Yep.
So he's in his right to stay there and see if he can bring one into Cleveland, like
For sure.
LeBron.
Yeah, and they have good young talent, right? As you
Yeah,
mentioned, Shador. Harold
Rookie,
Fanning,
defensive rookie of the year.
defensive rookie of the year, Quinshawn Judkins. We'll see how he is when he gets back. You probably just need a couple more pieces on the offensive side of the ball, and you never know.
Yeah,
You never know. Um, yeah, so we have to talk about comeback player of the year. It went to C-Mac,
yeah.
Christian McCaffrey. He he has injury riddled
I thought Philip
seasons.
Rivers was gonna
Oh,
steal the show.
Philip Rivers, we saw. I think he got some head coaching interviews.
That's what I'm saying, right? Comebacks to something.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, Stephon Diggs, he was a candidate also, but I do think they went with the right person.
Yeah,
Christian McCaffrey, first team All Pro, future Hall of Famer.
yeah, I would have to say so.
I would say so also. I think
I don't
what,
know. I don't know first ballot like my boy Drew, but
yeah,
he gonna get in.
yeah.
Yeah,
Chris is so versatile, right?
yeah.
One of the most versatile running backs we've seen, and very humble. He's obviously has the genes. His dad played with the Broncos, won some Super
Mhm.
Bowls there. But yeah, what
Wait,
he's done.
has CMC won a Super Bowl?
CMC has not won a Super Bowl. His dad did with the
Oh,
Broncos. He was
he
on
didn't
that.
get one with the Niners yet,
He
eh?
was on those
He was
Elway
close.
teams. I still think he's a future Hall of Famer though, even without the ring.
It's gonna be tough. The NFL's a little bit, because there's a lot of guys. There's a
Luke
lot of
Kuechly,
guys that are
Luke
waiting,
Kuechly
you
just
know.
got in.
But Luke Kuechly's a guy. But fair
So
enough.
CMC's not a guy?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's true. Still, Luke Kuechly. I don't know. I don't know why Luke's in first ballot. But hey.
Wow. Well, like we could go on for days though. There's so much guys that don't get rings. You know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
I
tough.
mean,
Like
exactly. And Christian McCaffrey fits the mold at the end of the
exactly.
day.
You have
The
to do
mold, yeah.
something that not everyone at your position does.
Yeah. And the white running back, yeah, yeah, he's
Yeah,
cemented for sure.
exactly. So yes, I see him getting in, but well deserved with comeback player of the year. He Brock Purdy was out for a lot of the year. Ayuk didn't even play. So Kittle got hurt. CMC did his thing. CMC did his thing. He didn't get no real injuries. And again, like you think of guys like Bijan Robinson, he's training with a guy like CMC in the off season. So you have to give CMC his credit. Like he's he's one of those running backs in this era that you're like, yeah, he's him up there with like Derrick Henry and guys like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah,
yeah,
100%.
you have to give it to him. But yeah, coach of the year, Mike Verbal. Tiffany Haddish obviously clowning. Drewski was clowning with JSN. You know how it goes,
Nigba.
but but
That's
nah, this could
crazy.
have went. I think this could have went to a couple of coaches.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%. It was
Obviously, I
like it
don't
was one of
mind.
those we were debating all year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Towards the
yeah.
end.
Could have went to McDonald, could have went to Shanahan, could have went to Johnson, could have went to Cohen, but it went to Mike Vrabel, and I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Last year wasn't coaching, came into a great situation, a team that he played with before, a team that he's won rings with before, a team that he's caught touchdowns in the Super Bowl with before.
Hey
So
man, watch out for the trick plays. Watch out for the trick plays, man.
so I'm fine with Mike Vrabel getting that award. He did a great job this year with the Pats and with changing Drake May. Just
Yeah,
probably a different voice and a voice that that's been in that building, well respected in that building, multiple rings in that building. So yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Him getting that. But yeah, the defensive rookie of the year, as you mentioned, Cleveland Brown,
hmm,
and it's very unfortunate because you got the defensive player of the year from Cleveland, the defensive rookie of the year from Cleveland, and then you don't have any more Jim Shorts.
yeah,
So it's gonna be tough, obviously. Jim
yeah.
Shorts was
Don't love the
inter
coaching hire either. Don't love the coaching hire, but we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. Todd Monken, he was the offensive coordinator when Lamar probably got snubbed for that MVP where Josh Allen got it, obviously
Hmm.
last year. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are not happy with it.
Yeah,
I
I think Jim Schwartz is one of those people.
That's why he resigned.
Yeah,
That's why he resigned. He's been with the organization, and Monken's in the division as a rival and didn't even make the playoffs this year. And he's getting the job over you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one
You're
hurts.
getting everyone an award on your defense. So
Yes, everyone's getting that hurts.
yeah.
That hurts, and you can't wrong him at the end of the day.
No, no, you can't. He'll get a job. He'll get a job.
He'll get a job. I think they're saying he may take a year off. We'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
it's a cutthroat business, as we know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
definitely a cutthroat business.
Yeah.
Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Tet
Yeah.
McMillan, went over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, made the playoffs, and he's in another role where he's the main guy there as
Yeah.
a wide receiver, and he's making plays.
Yeah.
And
Slow
he actually,
start.
yeah, slow
Slow
start, but
start, but steady, and then he turned up towards the end and got his 1,000 yards. So
and as we know, as football fans, experts, once you hit that 1,000 yards, that's the gold standard,
yeah.
right? That's the gold standard. If everybody can do it, they would do it. You look at a guy like Mike Evans, right?
Hmm.
Doing it for a year after year after year. It's not easy. So
Yeah.
to do it in your rookie year, it's a beautiful thing, and I think he deserved that one.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at that one at all.
Yeah. Again, I was very wishy-washy about him. I didn't know if he would actually pan out, especially coming from Arizona. Like it's not the biggest football school. Put up great numbers,
Yeah.
but would it translate to the NFL? Sometimes
Mm,
it doesn't.
yeah.
And he stepped up, right? He showed that he's a versatile receiver. He's not just a big play receiver.
Yeah.
He can play inside out. He can make that big play and he can score touchdowns. So it'll be interesting to see him and Bryce Young in the future and see what they could do, knowing that you have a player that was the rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. You have to back that up, right? Because
Yeah.
again, you can have one good year, but now there's a lot of tape on you. So we gonna see. And the Saints we don't play, Panthers. We don't like that rivalry there. So
Yeah.
we gonna see.
Let's go after some of these coaches. Mike LaFleur, he got the Cardinals job. That was the last real job that we were unsure who was gonna get it.
Yeah,
Mike LaFleur, the younger brother of Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur, he
yeah.
was just a OC with the Rams. How do
Mhm.
you feel about this hire?
Yeah, I like it, and I
Okay.
and I, I think a previous episode I made the mistake of saying Shula instead of Fleur. I meant Lafleur, and I think it's a great hire. We saw what the Rams offense did this year. They were hitting on all cylinders, and I think it's a great hire. And
Yeah.
I think again, it's going to be a tough job. Arizona, again, you have weapons. You have Michael Wilson. You have Marv Harrison, Maserati Marv, but
Trey
Kyler Murray is,
McBride.
is a question mark. And yeah, and Trey McBride, right? But you have Kyler Murray, and I think that's a
Mhm.
question mark. Does
Yeah.
he is he gonna be on the Arizona Cardinals going into the new year or the new season? What do you think? Right? So
I don't
I
know.
don't think he
I
might get traded.
I
They
think
might
he's
go to the draft, try to get a quarterback. But if that's the case, the hardest job is finding that quarterback at the
yeah,
end of the day as a head coach. So he's gonna have to figure that out. Maybe he goes one more year with them,
yeah.
sees how it goes, and then. But yeah, not a great position to be in.
Yeah, like you, I'm leaning more towards no with the
Yeah,
Kyler Murray project. And again, they're in the toughest division in football. So it's not going to be easy. And I'm sure he's going to get a leash, obviously,
yeah,
because quarterback, you're unsure, toughest division in football. And then you have to get your staff also, right?
yeah.
So it's going to be a process for him, but there's only so many jobs. And if you want to be a head coach, you're going to have to take one, even if it's not the best job. We've seen it happen with Bill Belichick in his early days with the Browns. He had to take
100%.
it, didn't pan out, got another chance, right?
Yeah. Well,
So,
again, he's used to the division, right? He's staying within the same division, so that does help. He knows the Rams
mhm,
offense, or he's gonna know how they operate,
yeah,
and Sean McVay, so that's a bonus too. And he does. It's not like he's studying a whole new division, right? It's the same division, so he'll have a lot of film and knowledge about what he can and can't do.
After the Super Bowl, like many sources have said, all the sources have said, basically, once the Super Bowl's over, Clint Kubiak is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. Is this the right guy? And when you look at a guy like Fernando Mendoza, who
Mm,
is going to be a lock
yeah.
for number one, do you think they can be a good duo there?
I think so. Clint, again, last year was with the New Orleans Saints, and they started off 2-0 with Derek
Mm,
Carr, and we thought we were going to make the Super Bowl. Of
mm,
course, that went a different direction
mm.
because again, no one could solve Derek Carr and his ability to be a winning quarterback. So we know how that ended. Regardless of the fact, we see him take a job in Seattle as the
Mm,
OC, and he's in the Super Bowl. So. I think he's definitely capable and deserving of a head coaching job and a opportunity. And I think a guy like Mendoza, you have Tom Brady as well to be
yeah,
a mentor and help him out as well. I think it's promising. It's definitely
I
promising.
yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Max Crosby, it's a question mark there if he's going to
Hmm.
stay a Raider. Um, again, they do have Brock Bowers and they
Yeah.
have a running back
Genty.
in Ashton Genty. So I'm sure they can get a wide receiver as well, or spend some money, whether it's in free agency or in the draft. And you have a lot of pieces there.
Yeah.
But they definitely got to sort out that defense because that Raiders
That's
defense has
it.
been bad for a long, long time.
Yeah, that's it. It's just the defense. But hey, if they can get that sorted out, it probably won't be right away. If they can get that sorted out, they'll be a fun team to watch, especially if they get a weapon.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially, this is a draft class
Yeah.
that has a lot of sleepers at the wide receiver position. And even if they see, the thing is, we all know Jeremiah Smith next year is going to be the most coveted prospect. Who knows how their season happens? Because Mahomes is gone, Knicks is gone. They probably won't come in last place just because of that.
Mhm.
A guy like Jeremiah Smith, do you tank to get him? Because think about this:
Mm.
Genty, Mendoza, Jeremiah Smith, Brock Bowers.
But I think the Chiefs are going to be fighting for that too. You know what I mean? I think strategically, some teams that know they're taking a year off
Yeah.
will be strategizing for that. But again, do we think he's going to be a number one pick? How high is he going to be? Like how
Yeah.
bad do you have to be? He might
Yeah.
be a top five pick, top
Hmm.
six, so like he can be decent.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of those. I don't know. But there's definitely going to be some strategical NBA tanking going on in the NFL this season for sure. Next season
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
just for Smith and for Arch, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's talk about this game.
Okay. Let's
Got
get
the
to it.
Super Bowl. It's been a great season, as we mentioned at the start of the episode. But there's going to be key players in this game. We're going to go with our top 10 key players in this game. I'm going to start it off.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a polarizing figure,
Okay.
somebody who just came to New England, somebody
Okay.
who is dating a pop star slash rock star in
Okay.
Cardi B.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs, he is a very important player in this game. He's a guy who has battled adversity.
Yeah.
Tore ACL, got cut by Houston.
Hmm.
This year, new team, leadership position. He's vocal before the game, in the locker room, after the game.
Yeah.
This guy, Stephon Diggs, he loves to be the center of attention. We saw in Buffalo, he's not scared to cuss out Josh Allen. One of those playoff games in the snow, just viral moment, just going off
Hmm.
on him on the sideline.
Yeah.
And we all know that he's one of the best dressed NFL guys, nice
Hmm.
outfits.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a moment for him to break out, for him to show, hey, man, everything I've been going through this year, there's been things going on outside, but I'm focused, I'm locked in. He has changed the culture in New England. 1,000 yards after tore ACL, over 100 catches, 102 to be exact. He is one of the players that needs to make a difference, and I believe will.
I don't know. He might be distracted. I seen a NFL owner in the Robert Kraft dancing on stage while Cardi B's performing.
Hey, he's moving
I don't
good for
know.
an 80-year-old.
He did. He did. But hey, man, I don't know. He might be upset. That might be a too big of a distraction. Cardi and him might get into a little argument before the game. I don't know. I hope he's locked in. That's all I can say. I hope he's locked in. But I like that. I like that. Again, we're going from 10 all the way to 1. So
Yeah.
with number 9, I'm going to go with Rashid Shaheed,
Mm,
former Saint, um, traded during the season
yeah.
to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
Explosive player, right?
Hmm.
On the Saints, we've seen him do much more in terms of the ability to take the top off the defense. We haven't seen him much in Seattle, but we've seen his ability in the kick return game. Whether it's a punt return or a kickoff return, he has that ability. If the ball's in his hand, he can make a play. So, Shaheed is someone you're gonna have to definitely account for in this game. They're gonna have to game plan for him, and know that if he gets the ball in his hands, he could take it all the way. So
Yeah.
I'm going with Rashid Shaheed. I think he's definitely gonna be an X factor in this game for sure.
Yeah. I think he's the fastest player in the NFL. So
Yeah.
guys like that, you have to get the ball to. Yeah, Tyreek Hill, he's been injured, but
hmm
I think
Gibbs, I say
his
Gibbs as well. Gibbs is
yeah,
pretty
Gibbs,
fast.
but his speed is undeniable.
hmm
At 8, I'm gonna go with defensive tackle Milton Williams.
I like that. I like
This
that.
guy has brought that championship mentality to the New England Patriots. He was with the Eagles last year, and the reason why Jordan Davis wasn't the Jordan Davis of this year is because Milton Williams was there. Jordan Davis had to wait his turn. Milton Williams, he's a run stopper. And along with Stephon Diggs, he just came over and changed the culture in New England. So you see Jordan Davis sometimes looking like he's better than Jalen Carter. He's
hmm
learning behind a guy like Milton Williams. Milton Williams was originally paired with Jalen Carter. And those guys, they won that championship in with Philadelphia Eagles. Him, Mike Vrabel, great relationship. He is a guy I think that's very important. You're gonna have to stop the run against this team because they have two backs that can really tote that rock. So Milton Williams is another guy I think that is very important and a key guy that you have to look out for.
I'm gonna go for a similar position, same position actually, on the Seahawks side. On the defensive side, I think that defensive front has to be able to get to Drake May and disturb him if the Seahawks want to be able to win this game. And I'm gonna go with Byron Murphy.
Mm,
I think Byron Murphy is going to have a huge game, right? Be able to stop the run and get to the quarterback. Really put that pressure up front in Drake May's face. So I think Byron Murphy is a player that could be a huge disruptor in this game. If he's able to get a sack or a half sack, I think that's very important for the Seattle defense.
yeah, so my next player, this will be number 6 right now, I
Mm.
believe. Still with the Seahawks. I'm gonna go with Nick Emanwari.
Questionable to play, but I think he's
I
good
think
as
he should
play,
be
right?
fine.
Yeah,
I think he should be fine. But when look at this guy's game,
yeah,
first off, 11 pass breakups. But
yeah.
this guy's playing nickel.
He's a rookie too, right?
This guy's a rookie. He's playing
Yeah,
nickel.
yeah.
No nickels are supposed to be 6'3", 220.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
he's a matchup nightmare for these receivers, and he can tackle.
yeah.
He reminds me of Cam Chancellor. I'm telling you. A lot of players on the Seahawks team, they're like cloned from that 2013 team that won. John Snyder, he's been GM for since 2010, and he's going back to what won for him then,
Yeah.
and he has the same kind of players now. Nick Emanwari reminds me of Cam Chancellor,
Mm,
big hitter,
mm.
makes plays, and like he's just a ball hawk.
Yeah, I like that pick. I like that pick. I'm gonna have to steal this one. I'm gonna go to the Patriots secondary, and I have to take Christian Gonzalez. Huge, huge game he has to have going up against JSN. I think they mentioned that he will be following JSN
Yeah,
majority of the game. I think Carlton Davis mentioned that. So we're gonna get the matchup. We're gonna get JSN, the offensive player of the year against Christian Gonzalez.
we
Again,
need
Christian
that.
Gonzalez has had an amazing season. He's made plays throughout the playoffs as well.
Yeah,
And now he's in the Super Bowl, past the no more concussion issues or anything. He's fully healthy, fully good to go. And that matchup is going to be exciting,
yeah,
electric. And I just think JSN might have his hands full, really and truly. Like, I think there's going to be a game plan there to stop JSN. And I think it starts with Christian Gonzalez. So I'm going to go with Christian Gonzalez as number five as the most important players in this game.
yeah. And number four, I'm gonna go with the running back for the Seahawks,
Mm,
Kenneth Walker.
yeah,
He's been on fire lately. The two postseason games, 4 touchdowns, 178 rushing yards. He went over a thousand rushing yards throughout the season. And as I mentioned, John Snyder has cloned these guys from that Super Bowl team. He reminds me of Beast Mode.
yeah,
How Marshawn Lynch
yeah.
runs and moves, that's what I see from
How
Kenneth
he played in
Walker.
that Rams game, unbelievable.
The getting to the outside, running on the inside, not scared, taking hits. Just he is a powerful runner, and he has one thing on his mind: is get in the end zone or knock people over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's going to be very important for the Seattle Seahawks offense, especially for Sam Darnold. Take some pressure off of him and just energize that Seahawks group.
Yeah, I like that. And I'm gonna stay on the offensive side of the ball with the Seahawks again. Jackson Smith and Jigba,
Hmm.
JSN, offensive player of the year. Again, this team doesn't go without him,
Yeah,
right? If he's able to make plays, if he's over 100 yards,
yeah.
6 or 7 receptions,
Hmm.
this game might not be close. So they're gonna have to shut him down, and if they don't, they're in for a long, long day. So I'm gonna go with JSN as the third most important player in this game.
Yeah, you love to see the best players at certain positions in this game. I'm going to go with number two, a guy who arguably could have won the MVP,
Mm,
Drake May.
nice.
First in QBR,
Yep.
first in yards per attempt, first in completion percentage. This guy is married at 22 or 23. That's what New
Locked
England
in.
does. They get guys who are focused, they get guys who are disciplined. This Drake May guy, man, he's come a long way. And I know it's only been a year two,
Mhm.
but to be playing this good in year two, he is a special talent. And I love that he is not scared. Against the Houston Texans, he went at Stingley, Stingley's first team All Pro, found Kayshon Boutte on the sideline. He's not scared. He's going up against the best secondary in the NFL in the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And I know he's going to continue to throw the ball deep because he's only going to play one way, and that's how he knows it's working for him. So, yeah, Drake May has to be a guy, and I think the Patriots will win and he will be Super Bowl MVP.
Wow, I like that. I like that statement. So here with the last pick in the most important drafts of the Super Bowl
Yeah.
60,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Sam Darnold.
Oof.
Um, I think
Is
the
this
way
seeing
he,
go Sam Darnold?
I don't. This is why he's the most important. Because if you see
Yeah.
him Ghost, it's
Mm-hmm.
not looking good, right? But again, the way he's been playing this playoffs,
Yeah,
he's been a man on a mission.
for sure.
Especially the way he played in that Rams game
Yeah.
to get to the Super Bowl. So if that's the Sam Darnold we're seeing, it's gonna be Seahawks revenge, right? They're gonna get their get back from that Super Bowl where Russell Wilson was at the helm throwing the ball on the 1 yard line. I think they right their wrongs if Sam Darnold is able to be the Sam Darnold that we know he can be, the number one pick in the draft.
Right.
I think that Sam Darnold of USC needs to come up big in this game if he
Okay.
wants to be a Super Bowl champion and be a Super Bowl MVP. So I'm gonna go with the number one pick as Sam Darnold in this game.
So you have Sam Darnold. You have the Seahawks. If you have Sam Darnold as number one in this game, do you have the Seahawks win in this game? Because that is what it sounded like to me.
My official pick of Super Bowl 60 is the Seattle Seahawks.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm about to
Wow.
go on the other side, man. I have to. We've been on opposite sides all year.
Yeah.
I'm about to stay